Welcome everyone. Today I am going to discuss a very important theorem with you from exercise 10.5, very frequently asked in exams. So listen to all the things very carefully. This is very important and almost every time it is asked in the exam. Let us discuss. The statement says the angle subtended by an arc at center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. I am saying, suppose I have taken PQ as an arc. I am saying the angle which it will subtend at center, that is this angle, it will be double of the angle which it will subtend at any point. That means I am saying this angle at O will be double of angle at A. Fine. So for proving, we take three cases. Case 1 is when PQ is a minor arc. Case 2 is when PQ is the diameter. As you can see, O is the center, so PQ is the diameter. In third case, when this PQ is a major arc. This we are talking about. Fine. The proof will remain same for all the cases. The only thing is the way of writing, you have to be very careful. There are marks for these three figures, three cases. Fine. So firstly I am explaining you for one figure only. The same concept will be used in all. Let us consider this. We need to do the construction. I am writing this O point at side. This we need to draw a line. So now I am writing this O here. This is B. We have to join OA and extend it up to B. Fine. Now we want to prove this whole angle is double of this. How we will prove? Suppose this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is 3, 4, 5 and 6. Fine. Now I want to prove angle 1 plus 2 is double of 3 plus 4. What property we are going to use? Firstly, you see angle 1. Can I write using exterior angle property as 1 is equal to 3 plus 5? Fine. Let us write side by side, then it will be more clear. Let us start with the given. What is given to us? A circle with center O and PQ is any arc. What do we have to prove? Angle POQ is equal to twice of angle PAQ. This is for case 1 and 2, and in third case this angle, this will become the reflex angle. So we will write reflex angle POQ will be double of angle PAQ. This is for case 3. Now how we will do the proof? Before that, let us write the construction. Join AO and extend it up to B. So this we have to do in all the three cases. We have to join AO and extend it up to B. As it is construction, you should draw the dotted line. Similarly here. Fine. So come to the proof. I am doing the proof by taking the first figure in consideration. Then we'll write similarly we can do. Fine. So now if you see the first figure, let us consider triangle POA. This angle 1 is the exterior angle. So I'll write in triangle POA, angle 1 is equal to angle 3 plus 5, angle 5. This is by using exterior angle property. Also, in the same triangle, as OA is equal to OP, the radii of circle, you can see here, side OA is equal to OP, both are the radii. When two sides are equal, then the angles opposite to those two sides are also equal. So we'll write, therefore, angle 3 is equal to angle 5, angles opposite to equal sides. Fine. So we can use this here. This is 1, this is 2. We will write using equation 2 in 1. What we'll get? Angle 1 is equal to angle 3 plus 3, or I can write angle 1 is equal to twice of angle 3. Fine. Let us mark it as 3. Then we'll write similarly. Now because on other side also, in this triangle also, we are going to apply all the same things, so we can use similarly. Similarly, angle 2 will be equal to double of angle 4. So adding equation 3 and 4, what we'll get? Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to twice of, I have taken 2 common, 3 plus 4. What was our angle 1 plus 2? Angle POQ is twice of angle PAQ. So basically our proof is finished here. Fine. So this was the main concept. Two things. One is the property, exterior angle property you have to use. Second is the property of isosceles triangle, that if two sides are equal, so the angles also opposite to them will be equal. Fine. So this we have done. Then we'll write, hence it is proved for case 1 and 2, and for case 3 we'll write reflex angle POQ will be equal to twice of angle PAQ. See why we are using the reflex angle word? Because we want this angle. Otherwise if we see, this is also POQ, no? But we want this angle because we are talking about the major arc PQ. And the statement, according to the statement, we are talking angle subtended by an arc. When I am taking this major arc, so it is subtending this reflex angle at the center. So I am considering that part. Fine. So only this was the change. So hence it is proved. Each and every step to be taken care of very carefully. 3 figures or mentioning of 3 cases. Each and everything is necessary in writing this. Fine. Very, very important theorem. Next we have 2 theorems based on the result of the previous theorem only. Their proofs are not generally asked but can be asked. So let us discuss. The result of the previous theorem will be used in that. First we are saying angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. That means if suppose I have the arc PQ I want to say that if I draw, suppose one is this angle PAQ, one more I take PBQ, fine. So I want to say that this angle will be equal to this. Now how we can say? See, if I take it as center, we know that the angle here, let me write this O. Suppose I take it as angle 1, 2 and 3. Now I know angle 3 is double of angle 1 and angle 3 is double of angle 2 also. When it is equal to the double of both, that means they themselves are equal. Suppose I say angle 3 is 60. That means angle 1 would be 30. Same here I am saying angle 3 is 60. Angle 2 should also be 30. That means they both are equal. Fine. So this is the result from the previous only. So not to do much in detail, simply I am writing the proof. I can write angle 3 is twice of angle 1 and angle 3 is twice of angle 2. Reason we will mention the same, that angle subtended by an arc at center is double the angle. We have to mention the full reason. Double the angle subtended by it at any other point. Right? So from these two equations we have got the result that means twice of angle 1 should be equal to twice of angle 2, or we can say angle 1 is equal to angle 2, hence it is proved. Right? But if it comes in the exam for 2 to 3 marks, then you have to write the given to prove also. I have not mentioned. Simply I have explained you the concept. Similarly, we have another theorem that angle in a semicircle is a right angle. That means if in a circle we draw the diameter, whichever angle will be there in the semicircle, it is this or it can be like this also. Whichever angle lies in the semicircle, that will be 90 degree. Now how we can say, as we have done when it is a straight line, that means this angle is 180 and this is always the half of this, or we can say this is the double of this. So when this is 180, so obviously this will be 90. Fine. So we have to just write like this. I am writing the proof only, as AOB is the diameter. Diameter means it's a straight line. So therefore angle AOB should be equal to 180 degree. And I know that angle AOB is twice of angle, it is A. Sorry, A I have already taken, let us take it as C. So that means angle AOB will be twice of angle ACB, and we know that this is 180. So from here we have got that angle ACB is 90 degree. Fine. So this way you can prove. This, for this, as I have written, you can mention the same reason by using the theorem, this same reason. Fine. I hope the concepts are clear. We will be using these in different types of questions. Then you will be more clear with these. The next topic which we are going to cover today under circles is cyclic quadrilateral. Fine. So we will be discussing the meaning of cyclic quadrilateral and its properties. Fine. Now what do we mean by cyclic quadrilateral? When we have any quadrilateral enclosed inside a circle. For example, like if this is a circle and we have a quadrilateral like this. Fine. So ABCD is called as the cyclic quadrilateral as all the four vertices are lying on the boundary of a circle. Fine. Now what is the property of cyclic quadrilateral? That sum of opposite angles of a quadrilateral is 180 degree. That means I want to say angle A plus angle C will be 180, or we can say the opposite angles are supplementary, right? Like I can say angle A plus angle C will be equal to 180, and similarly we have angle B plus B is equal to 180 degree. Fine. And the converse also is possible if we say that if the sum of opposite angles of any quadrilateral is 180 degree, then that quadrilateral is said to be cyclic. Fine. So both things, one is if it is cyclic, then this property holds, and second, if this property holds, then we can say it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Fine. So these both are the properties of cyclic quadrilateral. Rest we will be discussing the questions based on cyclic quadrilateral.